Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today the plan is to go into the Farmstead to do two things in particular. One, I really wanted to level up the Bowman so he would be in veteran levels. This gets him to level 3 because he needs 3 experience and along in the Farmstead will get him over that. 2, I need shards from the Farmstead so I can use one of my memories to get the Tainted Well to, well, use one of my 5 blueprints. So we're hitting 2 birds with 1 stone in this episode. So to the Farmstead we go. This will also level up these other 3 that I've chosen to level up along with us. There's no real reason to level these guys up other than just having backups. So that's kind of the reason. Because, well, this white priestess here is going to be a little bit of a risky one that I'm testing things with, so I'm assuming that she's going to die at some point. We'll see. And then Auntie and Pantool here are just going to be getting us gold in the future, so I figured they would be good to level up. I don't plan on using them very often in the future together, but for this instance we will be doing that. So the main party, starting with Vatville because he's the reason we're doing this, we're going to be using mainly Piercing Arrow if I'm being totally honest here, because that's the AoE from row 4, hits all 4 of them. We're going to be mainly using Blighting Arrows, but we will change as needed. After that we have Sure Shot because this bypasses stealth, that way just in case we need to, we can hit something that is stealth. And finally, just in case that big Haverots guy comes out, I think it's the O-Tech, just in case the O-Tech comes out and I'm not playing carefully, we have Limb Snipe to minus his crit, minus his accuracy, make sure he doesn't hit us or at least try to. Then, of course, change Arsenal so I can get into the bleed or the blight arrows. For his trinkets, we're going to have the extra dosage, this ups blight amount and blight chance. And we have the Ring of Klimdor, so he does extra damage versus anything that's blighted that he does or some of the other heroes do. And on attack hit, he will blight, so instead of doing a 2 for 3 blight, he'll be doing a 4 for 3 blight. Next up, Lilia, the white priestess that I said is actually a little dangerous. We're also going to be using her a little differently today. But the dangerous thing here is the fact that she has the Ruined 1, so high chance on turn start to be bladed, and the blight amount received is upped by 100%, and so technically if she doesn't cure the blight with White Priestess at the end of her turn, which she will do, but if she gets blighted other than that, she's going to be taking a lot of blight damage. So instead of taking like 2 or 3 blight, she'll be taking 4 to 6 blight if something blights her. That's why this gets a little wonky. But she can cure blight after her turn, which is nice. However, the nice part about Ruined 1, the reason I evolved it with the Blighting Phantasm, is blight duration applied that she does is plus 33%. Now, onto the skills that we'll be using today. Umbral Knight, we've kind of used this one a lot, but we'll be using it exclusively today. There is no Abyss Keeper, since we're using her in row 1. This can hit rows 1, 2, and 3. It blights them 1 for 3 rounds, and it is a free action. So then we're going to be using Mad Knight. This is a minus 10% damage modifier. However, every time we use it, Mad Knight gets a plus 28% damage buff. I really like this move, I just haven't been using it much on this estate. Then it does a 2 for 3 blight as well. Other than that, if I want to do an AoE, I have Elder Warrior. This does a lot of minus damage, so it's not going to be doing much, but it is an AoE and does a 2 for 3 blight. And then I have Guardian Nun if I want a block on her and to move her back. Then of course Last Rites if I want to power up any of the moves. Blighted Phantasm gives her a little more health to play with, plus Blight Chance, so instead of a 140 it's a 190 Blight Chance. And if she is afflicted, I get plus Blight amount. However, we're going to try our best not to do that. She also gets more stress and less stress relief done, so there's a higher chance of her afflicting. Then we have the Merchant's Hat. This ups her speed, and on attack we'll summon the Western Merchant to assist with attacks, which is an AoE attack once again. Then we have Pantool, our Gem Hunter, once again playing slightly differently. Mine Away, just doing extra damage, minusing protection. Sparkler Slip if I want to move back, doing a little bit of an AoE. Pack Tactics to put a block on someone if I need the emergency block. And Minecart Crash if she isn't back to move forward doing AoE damage. For her trinkets, we have the Ancestor's Pen. This is plus crit, plus 10% damage on all melee skills. Everything but Sparkler Slip that does damage is melee attack. And then we have the Strange Streak Plate, which is going to be kind of interesting. I've never actually used this. So we get plus 2.5 Bleed and Blight skill chance per unique gem in the inventory, and minus 20% Bleed and Blight resistance. However, on attack hit, we get a 90% chance to bleed and blight the target 1 for 3 rounds. and that's what goes up by 2.5% chance per unique gem in the inventory, and she has a lot of things that can count as a gem, so that 90% will very quickly go over 100, and that, you know, gets slapped onto Mine Away or anything else. Munanville is going to be our scouter, that's why the Ancestors map is on her, that's why the Ancestors Lantern is on her. We don't really need more than that. Otherwise, she's here for Invigorating Vapors, upping our dodge. If I want to finish something off, there's either Nervous Stab or Festering Vapors. And we already went over Vatville. So the plan is just to do damage. I'm going to be picking up as many heirlooms as possible to upgrade the hamlet, and the only money type things I will be hopefully picking up are with either Pantool or the Ante, and that way I get as many heirlooms as possible. I really overdid it here, didn't I? That's fine, I'll use most of this. The husk chickens can swarm the heroes with never-ending eggs. Void, did you put this in here just to poke at me? Really? Or has this been in here the entire time and I have just never seen this tooltip? I won't get mad. Go ahead and poke at me. I'm just wondering, has this tooltip been in here the entire time to warn people and I have never seen it? Or just because of the short the other day, you put this in here? I really want to know, because I know I have that vendetta against the chickens. And I know you know about it. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna laugh. Please, let me know. Please let me know in a comment on this video so everyone can laugh at me. But please, let me know. Alright, let's do this. So map scrap, just get out of my inventory. And then we're gonna go down on the lower leg, then up to the upper leg. Let's go. We're gonna search with the ante just to get the antiques. They stack more. It did warn me about chickens. It did warn me about the chickens. I can't be mad. It did warn me about the chickens. Vatville? Please, make sure no one's gonna eat the chickens or the eggs ever again. Bladed for 6. They have 3 health left. 2 and 3 health left each. Umbral Knight. Hitting chicken. Chicken goes down to blight. Mad Knight on Plow Horse.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Bird goes off. Chicken in back has 1 health left. We're stunned. Upping our dodge because we can't take anything out. I guess we could have taken that Plow Horse out, but that's fine. It still goes down to blight.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Umbral Knight the Scat, a Tainted Hen. Mad Knight the Horse.
Monster's size has no
The chickens are gone.
Unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Take the antique, take the comet shards, take the citrine. We can't really stack anything else, although I do actually... Why am I taking the citrine? We do want the portraits, we do want the everything here. So... let's see here. Got a decent scout. I'm not going to take the portraits yet because there is room to get stuff. Unless I can, like, camp and get a good scout. Well, I do have a prevent nighttime ambush, okay. And then I get a bunch of scouting for, like, 4 battles. That might be worth it.
Circle in the dark. The
Then
battle
use
may
the 1
yet be won.
food. Use the bandage. I know that the Gem Hunter also... Actually... So So I can Spirit's Vigil and get the Prevent Nighttime Ambush. Everyone gets 10 stress, but I get 20 scouting. Or I can Cave Dweller, reduce Torchlight by 100, but Torchlight's always 100 in Farmstead? I'm half tempted to try that just to see how it actually works. Because Torch is always 100 in the Farmstead. But we'll still do Spirit's Vigil. Survival skills for the Scout. Do I want mental mapping? Oh wait, those are one-time costs. What am I saying? We'll do mental mapping twice, and then we'll do gem hunt twice, because that's 20 scouting. So now I have 20 scout on... Well, realistically, I should, like, have max scouting, because that's 60 scouting. Then gem hunt, that got me more than I thought I would get. We will get rid of... There realistically is uses for the torch, if I recall correctly here. Get rid of the anti-venom. Then map scrap can go to Munanville. And we'll rest. Life, check. I'll come back for this thing once I've, like, done more. That way maybe some stuff is out of the actual inventory. Like, a little bit of food or something else. Can get rid of one of the Ladonums for a quirk here. So Umbral Knight, let's hit one of the Coven Rogues in back. And we're gonna Mad Knight the Invigilator.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Nice little dodge there. That's a heal, so at least it doesn't get rid of the blight. Upping our dodges a just in case. Didn't do too much there, I see. We're gonna mine away on the Invigilator. He does the most. Bleeding Blight takes him out.
A death by inches.
And then... Oh, not Limb Snipe. I want Piercing Arrow. Phew. Everyone's bladed. 6, 7, 6. Mine away and Coven Rogue. Coven Rogue just got pickaxed.
Destroy them all.
Although Naturopath just took that out. If we Limb Snipe, Rogue might not hit us. Also gets bladed out. Umbral Knight. We're actually gonna Mad Knight the Rogue to see if we can't upgrade her pact thing there. And then Nervous Stab. I meant to click the Naturopath, but all is good. Alright, let's take him out. So, Knight, Mad Knight, there we go. So what I wanted to test here is how bad the Blight would be with the Phantasm because of plus stress. But it doesn't look like I'm getting a lot of plus stress from anything like I would if I had the other trinket on board or if I was spamming prayer, which would be the big things here. You know, these stack up to 2,500 apiece because of the ante. That kind of sucks. That's fine. I don't think I want to leave anything for the gold. I don't think I want to risk that much. Yeah, let's be smart about it. Okay, who has a bad quirk? Night Blindness, Haphazardous. Haphazardous is actually kind of bad for Munanville. I can't risk using it on Lilia because I'm not getting rid of Ruined One or Umbral Pact. So let's try for Haphazardous. And Night Blindness is something, I suppose. Comet Shards. minor antique, and we got some busts. I do want the busts. Oy vey. This is turning into a thing already. We'll do this. Going to the battle room. Hunger check. Can easily get the food back though with some of the curios. This shouldn't be too bad of a fight as long as I take out the eggs first. Or fast, I should say. If I mine away, the messenger should go pretty easily. Because bypassing that guard. Umbral Knight. Let's put a little damage into the unsettling eggs, that way we blight it. Or, I guess it can't blight it, but a little damage into it. Then we can Mad Knight onto the feeble Thornvine here. I was really hoping to take it out, but that... Between the blight on it, and then this... We do. Nervous stabbing the eggs. And then when I do... Piercing arrows, the eggs go down, just the vine here left, which doesn't have much. Which we can take down with Lilia and maybe, just maybe, get her the soul.
Festering
Nope.
fear consumes the mind.
Use the food, take the portrait. I want the gold, but eh. Moving on. Curio. More comet shards. Another antique. I'll get this on the way back. That's gonna be more food, I believe. Alright, here we go. Huh. He's not a stonework, but what we can do... So I can't Mad Knight the Scarecrow. We're gonna Last Rites. Guardian Nun, smash the Crofter. Oh, really? At least we still got the Aegises, which gives everyone a block. We're gonna Nervous Stab, hitting the Taskmaster.
Impressive.
Because we have a block. Hopefully that carries us through. Piercing Arrow, hit everyone, blighting them.
Powerful blow.
There's a Riposte down, 6 blight on everything, so Tattered Scarecrow doesn't have much left. Messenger goes down. Can almost take out the... We do take out the Taskmaster, so just Scarecrow left.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
And it hits the block. So I suppose you can move back. You can move forward.
Great is the weapon.
And we just have a fun day about it. Eat the food, take the shards, take the antique, and I'll leave these 2 trinkets that I don't really need. Using one of the keys.
Glittering gold, trinkets and
Oh boy, that's some food.
paid for in blood.
That I don't really need, but I want. Take the antique. You know, for now, we'll take the food because realistically, I don't think I need the shards or the torches. I think there's a chance that the Creeping Mist can spawn in here, but I don't honestly remember. Ooh, that chicken hit hard.
Blurred vision. The end.
We're gonna Umbral Knight onto the Taskmaster. Mad Knight onto the Frozen Crofter. Both are blighted. We got our little bit of damage buff. Mine away in the frozen crofter because screw his protection in particular. Piercing arrow, blighting all of them. Chicken's bladed for 6. Nervous stab. Gonna go at the Taskmaster. Crofter blights out. Okay, that hurts a tad. Oh, screw you, chicken. Umbral Knight. Take chicken out. Mad Knight, take out Taskmaster. He blights out now. Everything goes on hen. The eggs, rather. So, sure shot. There we go. I mean, to be able to hit eggs on the ground, that's kind of an interesting shot there, I'd say.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We'll do that for now. Get rid of the stack of 4 food. We do have bandages. Okay. And moving on along. Comet shards, please.
If only treasure
Antique.
could staunch the
I
flow
would like the
of
crest.
otherworldly corruption.
Eh. It's one of those things of supplies, or I suppose I could have gotten rid of gold. I thought medicinal herbs worked on these. I know shovels don't. I stand mistaken. It's the other one that is like a splatter or something like that. And then I can Ladonum at this curio, I believe, and possibly either get trinkets or it might be more comet shards. Either way, I mean, it's something. We will see. Pretty sure it's a high chance at comet shards. Well, antique, I mean, we can take everything. Let's see what we actually keep from that and what doesn't get used. Guessing I'm not going to use all these keys. Finally have a blockage. Oh, the minor antiques finally stacked up. I was gonna say, let's use the firewood so I can use or take the antiques, but it's not gonna let me do that. We'll do that in the next room and be stupid. I dig through this. In we go. A lot of crofters. Gotta take out the egg. Okay, that crofter is easily going down. Lilia, let's try to take out one. And then bird goes off. Eggs have 6 health left. And then, you know what? Let's change to bleeding. For now, at least. Then piercing them. So at least they have some bleed going on. You little buggers. least I can get rid of them. 3 blight.
The abyss returns even the boldest.
I was gonna scream if it laid eggs. Okay, using a skeleton key.
Finding the stuff is only
Hey, look at all the stuff again.
Now it must be carried home.
Anyone need that last food? Okay. Kind of hurts to leave the silver severance, but I'm gonna forget to sell that thing, so. Firewood. Feast for the health and the stress.
Close in tenuous firelight. And easy companionship.
Do we really need that much more scouting? I don't think so. Okay. So I'm gonna cave dweller just for the slightly less time cost. Mental mapping twice, gem hunt twice. Wow, rubies. I don't really like natural. Meticulous Striker is not really that great. Can sell it for 2,500 gold or I can get a quirk. Magneta. I don't know what this is gonna do. Quick draw. 4 speed on first round. That can be really good for the Bowman. Okay, I'm good with it. Random trinket. Don't want it. And Respite will get rid of some stress on Lilia. Alright, let's keep going.
Packs laden with loot.
Antique. Can I take anything else? I mean, we can take a little bit of the gold. I thought it said before that I couldn't take more antiques. I did think that these stacked up to 20. But when I tried to do the take all before, it wasn't letting me take more antiques. So that's why I was confused there. Okay, whatever. Going at the horsey, because that's what we can hit.
Pummeling.
Guardian Nun to get the blocks, because screw the victim's descendant in particular. Switch to blighting, because we can blight all of them before piercing arrow. Horsey down. Others are blighted.
The turning point.
Moving back. Oh. That Sparkler slipped to try to hit the Scarecrow. Now Scarecrow goes down as well. That block came in handy. And now a Descendant goes down to Blight. Just gonna pass with Lilia. Take everything we can.
Trifling victory.
Here we go. Full gold stack.
But a victory nonetheless.
I'm fine with that. $18 more shards will go down. And what's in here? Hey, Firemouth. Long time no see. We're gonna blight the Bloodletter. Mad Knight the Bloodletter. Blighted for 3. Sure shot, or not sure shot, piercing arrow. Blighting all of them. Firemouth goes down. Nervous Stab, Fusilier goes down. Mine away on Bloodletter. Bleed and Blight. Actually, wasn't expecting Bloodletter to go down, but cool. Oh, yeah, we'll just leave this stuff. Go back up. Check the bag with Ante. The reason I'm checking with Ante rather than Pantool here, well, I'm pretty sure Pantool would get me more money long run, if I'm being totally honest, is stuff gets more compacted with the Ante. Was not expecting that one. So, like, I get the 17 minor antiques all in one place rather than, like, gems all over the place. Oh, that is a heavy blade.
Some reward for a task well performed.
Okay, Crackshot, Firemouth, Hatchetman. I think that's the full thing, except for... No, that's the full thing of the Brigands that got ported over, right? So, Umbral Knight, let's hit the Crackshot and back. Mad Knight hit the Hatchetman. Birdie goes off. Piercing arrow.
Dread.
So, Crackshot goes down now. Fossilier has 1 health. Firemouth has no health. So, Fossilier down, that's the fight. Bonk. You like setting people on fire. I'll just watch you blade out.
This expedition at least.
Using some of that food, because that kinda hurt. So I can leave at any time now. I think Pantool's here. Really good trap, so I'm gonna de-stress her with traps. I might not have enough shovels. Hat. You have hat. Give me hat. Well, I don't need to worry about the treasure anymore. So let's hit the Cutthroat. Don't need to worry about him anymore. Mine away. Firemouth down.
Impunity.
And, I can't hit the Fossilier. So what we can do is add Blight to a few people and maybe take them out. He actually hit us. I am surprised.
And panic.
And down he goes. It's the first rare antique we've
These
gotten.
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be.
Actually, I kind of want the onyx here. We'll get rid of the medicinal herbs for the rare antique, because if we get more of those, we're golden. We got a fair amount to go through, I'd say. I think the medicinal herbs are actually used for this, though. Is the big thing. Would it be fair to give up the onyx for it? Oh, it's the anti-venom. Okay, going up. Alright, full stack of minor antiques. We can leave the gold. We have 2 stacks of it. A lot more gold than I was intending to get here. I was hoping to bring back more heirlooms, but that's fine. We can focus on heirlooms next time. Room battle with Curio. Cultists, how you doing? Let's see here. If I go all in on the Brawler, probably not taking him out unless I crit, which, there we go. No birdie going off because we took the target out, but that's fine. Piercing arrow. Big damage there. We got 2 people going yet. So, like, we can do some... Realistically, we only need to hit the person in row 3, and then the fight's over. So Pant will have fun crushing his head with the pickaxe. Then they come forward, we get to have a little more fun. Mad Knight, if it hits, takes Acolyte 1 out. Actually, Elder Warrior might take them both out, so I'm gonna go for that. And it totally whiffs. Cool. Take the antique, can stack the deed, and get rid of the medicinal herbs.
Wealth beyond measure.
Alright, let's keep on going. There's a few more rooms left. I might heal a bit. There we go. 2 food checks left. Worst case scenario, like, I thought I had a shovel left. Oh well.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh.
I was gonna say I can heal in this room up here, but this is gonna be an easier one. So hit the spitter. Just getting it below 6 health. And then take out a maggot. Piercing arrow. And they blight out. Bonk.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Take the antique, take the gold. Put down on this. That's my last one. 98 comet shards and a rare antique. That makes me so happy.
A fortune.
Another minor antique.
To be spent.
24 so far. Don't think I need the shovel. Probably should have taken it nonetheless, but whatever. And here's the afflict.
Madness. Sublimity of
Hunger
the
check.
Or so it has been said.
Things go slightly south. I do have a little food to heal with, but I'd rather keep it for a hunger check for these last 2 hallways. We'll see though. She's gonna start blighting everyone now, which is also not gonna be great. We'll see what happens. No stonework, so that's good. I'll save the last rites. So we're gonna hit the Feeble Vine, blighting it, damaging it a bit. So 7 blight on it. And then we can Mad Knight. Hopefully taking out a crofter. There we go. Then, if we never stab the Feeble Vine, it goes down to Blight. Mine away and Crofter, just Taskmaster left. Thankfully, it wasted its turn. Can't really hit it very easily in row 3, but if we destroy a corpse, other people can hit it. Bonk. Bonk. And he goes down. Was not expecting Munanville or Vatville to go, but that's fine. Taking what we can. Using the torch.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
And 1 of 6 keys. And we got all of the food back. We can leave those. Alright, up we go. Hey, oh, we don't have a lid on to get rid of a quirk. But there's that blight again. You can see she gets like double the blight, so if something like the spitter applies it, that's gonna get bad. Getting rid of a maggot.
Masterfully executed.
Then... piercing arrow? Do I win? Yep, battle over basically. Just getting rid of the maggot there, and then we can go to the treasure room. Oh yeah, I could take the busts.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Oh, I don't have anything for this either. We'll come back to one of these if I can. Can't believe I've gotten over 100 comet shards this run. That is in an apprentice at that. That is bonkers. So if I get any more comet shards, I could afford, if I had another memory, to both of the things I want. I can't hit the scarecrow. That's fine. I'm not gonna last right yet. I was gonna say we'll last right into Guardian Nun. And that way everyone gets a block. But yeah, we'll last right Guardian Nun. Bonk. Piercing arrow to get the stealth people blighted, get the crofter. Pantool, you can do pack tactics, going back, getting people kind of where they need to be because you can't hit these two. You just move back. Scarecrow goes on next turn. And there go my blocks. That's fine. Yeah, everyone goes. Got that blight down. Now I just need the sure shot on the scarecrow, or him to just go. Well, we got the ancient soul I wanted, but
this momentum.
Didn't get much more. Taking what I can. I'm gonna take the crusts over the keys. I think the citrine is worth more than the food. And then we're gonna ancient soul. So Umbral Pact gets evolved. And I do have to walk to do that, I believe. Umbral Pact 2. So plus damage, plus accuracy, plus crit, and blade amount is now 100%. I'm not sure how high that goes up, but that's pretty much what we can do since I... You know, screw it. I was gonna say, can I actually get anything from these with...
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Without using anything on them, and then these are just the eye things, and that's what was back here too. Okay. So many comet shards. So many comet shards. I love it. She's just perpetually red. She's not flashing red anymore. What is wrong? Okay. Anyhow. I'd like to bring more heirlooms back, but I threw a lot of them at the beginning away and ended up collecting more treasure. So, future runs, more heirlooms, less gold, Still pulled 39,000 out of that, and 9 deeds as a reward. Don't really care about the bright tambourine, probably selling it. 4 portraits, or 4 buffs. I think I probably could have gotten more out of that. 4 more deeds, 16 crusts, and 2 portraits. Everyone hit level 3 that run. That was kinda planned. Zoophobia on Lilia, Courtyard Explorer on her, Hagiomania on Pentuel, that's going to have to get torn off, and Cove Tactician.
You answered the letter.
So Idle Crusaders and Lepers are going to gain a level. That is absolutely fine. I've been looking around for this trinket for a while and it has not been spawning. I can't use it exactly how I would like it because I don't have the Vermintide trinket that allows me to heal, which I wouldn't be able to use anyway. But Diploma of Honors for the Prefect. It's a Sunward Isle trinket, minus 10% max HP. Implode and Subversion removes usage limits. I'm gonna put a screenshot up from Vintage that explains exactly what happened the first time I used this, and I still can't stop laughing about it to this day. So that means Subversion, we get minus stress, and Implode, we both Subversion and Implode no longer have a limited 1 use per battle. However, if you are not careful with them, you can get a lot more damage received and more bleed and blight amount. So like every time you use Subversion, you get plus 20% damage received. So that means if you use it a second time, that's 40% more damage, a third, 60%, on and on and on. Every time you use Implode, you deal double the amount of bleed and blight that you normally would. So 5 turns into 10, 15, 20, 25, so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. However, that being said, you both get a minus resist to bleed and blight, so you get bled and blighted easier, and you double the bleed and blight amount you would receive. So bosses like the Kraken or anything in the Crimson Courtyard, a lot of the Vermintide stuff that would blight you, even some of the Sunward Isles stuff that bleeds and blights you, they double that amount as well. So if you get bled for 10, I think the highest I've been bled for is 12 from like the Basilisk. I think it was a Basilisk that did that. That would now turn into a 24, then a 36, then a 48 every time I use this. And I've gotten this up to like a 4 times modifier in a single battle. So it's very, very powerful when used with this trinket. But the side effects, if you are not careful in this estate, which I don't have a way of like reining it in other than get that bleed and blade off of me. Sometimes like just by using the anti-venom or the bandages, which by that time it's already too late, is bad. I'm still going to use it because it's absolutely hilarious and there's some good case uses for it, but holy hell, that thing's going to be dangerous. Now, districts. I want the Tainted Well. Holy Water, increased buffs. Laudanum adds a stress resist buff. Probably not going to be using Laudanum very often, but I needed 99 shards for that. That's one of my 5 blueprints. Really quick, if I can build anything else here. Nothing I really care too much about. Okay. Next thing I would care about is the Cartographer's Camp, but that takes a lot of crusts, and quite honestly, I care about other things more. So in the Abbey here, I'm going to upgrade the Cloister. And I'm going to reduce treatment costs in the Transept.
Gilded icons and dogmatic
These are the 2 I
rituals.
use the most.
For some, a tonic against the bloodshed.
I don't even think I have enough to upgrade the Sanitarium anymore. And then everything else is fully upgraded. Okay. I might as well get the Survivalist fully upgraded as well so that the camp
They
skills
must
are
learn more than
cheap.
brutal bloodletting.
Then I'm pretty much out of
They must learn
crests.
to survive.
Tavern I might put some time into. And I need a little bit more on the Nomad Wagon, but that's like the last thing I'm going to grab. But I'm going to start really pumping the Hamlet. Time Warped Miller is now available. This is the last Miller. Gives me the Miller's Scythe, which is 20% damage versus size 2 and bypassing guard. Will not be fighting that for a while, but it is available, the first boss in the Farmstead. That being said, I do want to kind of spread out what I'm doing to get all the bosses unlocked. That way, like, I can go from, you know, Time Warp Miller, the Swine God, to the Necromancer, just like bounce boss to boss to boss to boss. So this is going to be kind of a long leveling thing to get everyone to level 5 and then just get all the bosses I can. That's the plan. We'll see how that actually goes. Really quick looking around, there is an interesting trinket in the Warrens that I really would like. So I think I might go do that. Oh, this is a rough one. No, I have everything set up. I have to go get this. So we're going to be going for the courtyard next, actually. So a long courtyard, which is gonna be rough, but we'll see how this happens. Because there's a trinket I want, so I can evolve the White Priestess quirk. However, I'm gonna have to do so much back-end work to get this to work, and then it's gonna be iffy. So I don't know, but I'll figure something out for the Luminant Aegis Curio, because the trinket in of itself is almost going to do nothing for me anymore, and I'm gonna have to talk with Skiddo to see how I get this to work on my I'm gonna pop back over here. So the Luminant Aegis Curio here is available. This is what evolves the White Priestess quirk into Quietus, so it makes this stronger. However, as you can see, on attack hit, self stress -2, and with the set, plus 500% stress relief if afflicted. So between those two, it makes the set and this trinket unusable on this estate. So I need to go in and finagle some things. The thing about this is she has custom afflictions, so I can't go in and use things like, I don't know where it is, but anything that would give her plus virtue chance, be that camping skills or trinkets or anything like that, they don't affect her chance to afflict or virtue. So that's why you rely on this weird little gimmick, and then you just afflict until you virtue essentially. And then once you afflict, she unafflicts very quickly usually. But weird loopholes on this estate, so it's like I want to get this to have it on hand, but with the rules I might not be able to essentially use it. But I'll talk with Skiddo and see if I can't get it, and then it might just be I use it once a run and see if I get it, which might have to be the thing, which I'd be fine with as well, but we'll see and go from there. So I think that'll do it for this time. Next I'm going to get the Luminous Aegis Curio, just to have it on hand, because I would like to evolve that quirk, knowing I'm going to have to do some work on it, so it might not make an appearance for a little bit, but know that that's going to probably have some back-end work going on with it, hopefully. And Skiddo, if you're watching this and I haven't talked to you yet, know that a message from me probably is coming somewhat soon. Spoilers, but that's gonna do it for this time, and we know what the plan is. So like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I'll wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.